Back again. Now this time we're going to be looking at TRUE. Similar to the last video, I want to show you the difference between these two stick families that TRUE offers, only two, unlike some of the other manufacturers that we've looked at. I want to show you what types of players are going to benefit from each of these different ranges. And of course, if you're in the market for each of these sticks and you're trying to figure out which one's going to be the best for you, that's exactly what we want to touch on in this video. So exactly like the last one, for all the detail, we're going to head over to the studio and we'll catch up there. Now, at a quick glance, it would look like TRUE has two different stick families or stick ranges. That's going to be their X series, which is referred to as their precision or accuracy range, and then the A series, which is referred to as their power range. The particular sticks that we're going to be looking at in this video are going to be the top spec sticks from each of these different families. So from the X series, that's going to be the XC9 ACF, and from the A series, it's going to be the A6.0 SBP. Now starting off in the X series with the XC9 ACF, this is going to be a mid-kick stick. So traditionally, mid-kick sticks would be the type of stick that's great for the players that like to do a little bit of a wind-up during their shots. So players that are fond of taking big, powerful shots like slap shots. But because TRUE sticks feature something called Smart Flex technology, this doesn't alienate the X series sticks from being only great for players that like to take big wind-up shots. The Smart Flex means that if you like to take slap shots, wrist shots, snap shots, the stick is going to be able to hold its own across all of these different types of shots on the ice. Now, in terms of the way this stick performs on the ice, because this is TRUE's accuracy or their precision range, that's going to be the standout feature that you notice if you were to compare the stick against any stick from the A series, for example. So it means that your control and general accuracy are going to be the features that really stand out on this particular stick range and this particular stick that we're looking at. But the great thing about this stick being a mid-kick stick means that it's not going to be lacking in the power division. And when we compare the XC9 against any stick from the A series in terms of its quick release, that's something that we're going to go into a little bit more detail on later on in the video, but we'll explain why. Now moving on to the A series, in this case we said that we're looking at the top spec stick, which is the A6.0 SBP. Now this being TRUE's power range, we're going to notice a lot of differences here when we compare it to the X series. Now something that I've got to mention is the A series, the A6.0 SBP, is also a mid-kick stick, which is very interesting because typically when you look at different stick ranges from the same manufacturer, you see different kick points. But again, we'll go into more detail about this later on in the video. So when we look at the general accuracy and control of the A series stick range, now these two features aren't going to be something that really scream out at you compared to the X series because that's their precision range. So those two features in terms of the control and the general accuracy of the stick are going to really stand out on the X series, but on the A series, it's not going to be as standout a feature. But when we move on to the power that the stick is able to generate with big shots, also small shots like your wrist shots and your snap shots that are a little bit more deceptive and can be fired off a little bit quicker, you're going to notice more power being generated in that stick. Now, although both of these sticks are mid-kick, which again is very strange, the differences between these two sticks' performance isn't so much in the shaft as it is in the blade construction. Now taking a look at the XC9 ACF, the blade in particular, this features TRUE's X-Core technology and also their BRT+. Now moving over onto the A series, the A6.0 SBP, this blade features the BRT+, but it doesn't feature the X-Core technology. Now if you're trying to work out what BRT+ means, it's braided rib technology plus. Now, keeping it short and sweet, this essentially improves the durability and the general consistency of the stick's blade, while also reducing the thickness of the walls, in other words, creating a lighter and more responsive stick blade. And regarding X-Core technology, keeping aside all of the fancy terminology, the idea behind this is that it increases the puck spin, in turn increasing the stick's accuracy while you're shooting. So that's why the X series of sticks from TRUE really stands out with the accuracy and the control versus the A series from TRUE really standing out with the power. Now when you use both of these sticks on the ice, it's definitely fair to say that with the XC9 ASF you notice the accuracy, you notice the puck spin, those features are definitely apparent. But in terms of the power that each of these sticks is able to generate when we compare it to the A series, in this case the A6.0 SBP, I guess you could say that the A series does have a little bit more power, but it is something that is very difficult to pick up on straight away. But in terms of the accuracy and the puck spin that you get from the X series when you're taking shots versus the A series, that is clear as night and day. So at a quick glance, if you're the type of player that likes to be incredibly accurate, and I'm talking pinpoint accurate with your shots, but you still want to be able to take big slap shots, and you don't want the power of those shots to suffer, then the XC9 range or the X series is going to be the stick range that you want to be looking at. And if you're the type of player that still does take accurate shots, you still want to have great control over the puck, but you predominantly use those big shots that require a little bit of a wind up, and you really want to be able to send that puck, the A series, in this case, the A6.0 SBP, is the stick range or the stick that you want to be looking at. Now, this is where things get very complicated with True, because we've just said that the X series of sticks is the precision or the accuracy range, and it's a mid-kick stick. And the A series is your power range, and it's also a mid-kick stick. The difference in the way these sticks perform and react is in the construction of the blade. But when we look deeper into the A series, there is another stick in there, which in other words, should not be in that range at all. It would make a lot more sense if this stick belonged to a completely different range or family within the True range of sticks. So in other words, they should be 3 ranges, not 2. And the stick I'm talking about is the A6.0 HT. Now this stick, although it belongs to the A series, is actually a low kick point stick. This stick is designed for those players that like to take those quick release shots. So the fact that this stick is embedded inside the A series of sticks, which we just said was mid-kick and power, is very, very confusing. So to keep things nice and clear, it makes more sense if we break the categories down into 3, especially because we're looking at 3 sticks with, I guess you could say, 3 different characteristics. So the X series is going to be the precision or the accuracy range. Then the A series, in this case the A6.0 SBP, is going to be the power range. And then lastly, we have the A series, again, a little bit of confusion, A6.0 HT. That's going to be the quick release range. Now, when we look at the characteristics of the A6.0 HT, this is completely different to the other sticks that we've taken a look at. Because this is the quick release range, the main difference that you're going to notice between this stick and all of the others is going to be that quick release. You're going to be able to get your shots off much, much quicker, much more unexpectedly, with a lot more deception than any of the other sticks that we've seen from True previously. But because this stick belongs to the A series fundamentally, it means that it's still going to be able to give you an incredible amount of power behind every single shot that you take. So the general accuracy with the A6.0 HT stick, excuse the HT pun, so the general accuracy and control of the A6.0 HT versus the A6.0 SBP is going to be very similar. They're going to be very comparable, which is a good thing. But the accuracy of both of these sticks is not going to be anywhere near as precise as the XC9, which is from the X series. As I touched on earlier on in the video, the X series is that accuracy range of sticks. So while the accuracy, general control, and power of the A6.0 HT is very, very comparable to the A6.0 SBP, the one area that the HT stick excels in is going to be that quick release. That's going to be that standout feature that you're not going to be able to find on any of the other sticks True offers. So while the A6.0 HT features the BRT Plus technology, it's not going to feature the X-Core technology, nor is it going to have the SmartFlex technology. In other words, this stick has been created for those shooters that their sole intention is to be able to get that shot off as quickly as they possibly can, with as much deception as they can. That's what separates this stick from any of the other sticks that True currently manufactures. Now, if we take a look at how we project these sticks on the ice, now we're going to start backwards here with the stick that we just finished with, which is the A6.0 HT. Because we mentioned this doesn't feature that SmartFlex technology, it doesn't feature that X-Core, this stick has been completely constructed to execute those quick release shots as quickly as it possibly can. So any players that find themselves scoring the majority of their goals very, very close to the net, this is that stick that's going to be the standout stick for you to use that's going to help you be able to do that to the best of your ability. Now, when we look at the A6.0 SBP, this stick has that SmartFlex technology. Although it is a mid-kick stick, the way that the blade has been constructed, some of the other features that the stick has means that it's going to do a great job of being an all-round shooter. So whether you take slap shots, you take wrist shots, you take snap shots, this stick is going to be able to help you perform in pretty much any area of the ice, regardless of which shot you primarily take. Now from there, lastly, looking at the XC9, again, very similar with this stick over here to the A6.0 SBP. It's a mid-kick stick. It is their precision range, unlike the SBP from the A series being their power range. So this stick is going to be great for those players that like to be very, very accurate with their shots. But because it, again, features that SmartFlex technology, it has that X-Core technology, which means it's going to be incredibly accurate, more puck spin. It still means that this stick is going to be able to perform with pretty much any shot that you can fire at it in multiple areas on the ice. So again, it's going to be that all-round shooter. It's just a case of if you find yourself being the player that likes to be very, very accurate, the sniper, regardless of what kind of shots that you take, versus the power player that just wants to take big, powerful powerful shots, maybe mixing in a couple of snapshots and wrist shots as well, this stick is going to perform in any area of the ice very, very well. So hopefully this helps break down the differences between, you could say, these three different types of sticks that True offers. You have two sticks that are your all-round shooters. One has a little bit more power than the other one. One is vastly more accurate than the other one. And then thirdly, you have your quick release option, which is for those players that like to snap it off as quickly as they possibly can. So as always, guys, I hope this video helped break down the differences between the three different top-end sticks that True offers. I've got to be honest and say this was one of the most frustrating videos to put together because we feel that some of the other manufacturers do a little bit more of a better job classifying each of the different sticks that they offer and trying to explain what types of players that are good for those types of sticks. It's been a lot harder trying to kind of be concise and find the necessary information to make this video possible. And True, if you're watching, it would have been great to have had a little bit more assistance, a little bit quicker to be able to make this video possible and make sure that everything that we relay is as accurate as it can possibly be. But we understand that you guys are busy, and we also know that you may want to keep, I guess, some of the details and also some information close to the chest because we don't know what you guys have planned for the future. But by all means, get in touch with us because we'd love to speak with you in a little bit more detail. But if there's any other manufacturers that you guys want us to break down, please comment down below and let us know. But aside from that, if there's anything that you want to see, let us know. Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of the content that we post. Please hit the bell so you can stay up to date and you'll know exactly when we post a video because you'll get a notification. But as always, please subscribe, keep watching, and stay tuned for the next one. And quick side note, t-shirt, if you're after one of these, we do them in multiple colors, junior and senior. Links will be down below in the video description. But thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care.